I like to think of myself as a very flexible person.
It's usually a political kiss of death, right? Somebody calls you a flip-flopper. Well, this week it seemed as if the president was bending over backwards to change his positions on key issues. Russia, China, NATO, and his America First candidacy were all up for a presidential rewrite.
I don't know Putin, but wouldn't it be nice if we could get along, actually? Right now, we're not getting along with Russia at all. China's killing us. As you know, President Xi is a terrific person.
I said, here's the problem with NATO. It's obsolete.
I said it was obsolete. It's no longer obsolete. We do not seek to impose our way of life on anyone. That's a butcher. That's a butcher. So I felt we had to do something about it.
Lots to discuss. Let's get into this with our panel tonight. China Dickerson, who is the executive director of D.C.'s Young Democrats, Montgomery County Republican Evan Young, and the president of the Prince George's County Young Democrats, Maurice Simpson Jr., all here to take a look at the week of Trump. So first, let's just sound off on the reaction that you have to seeing those clips.
He is, as you all very well put it, a flip-flopper. I think it's unfortunate that we do not have a president that is consistent. However, I think that his base might actually appreciate and frame it as, oh, he received more information, so now he's changing his position. My position is that he never had the information from the beginning, and so he should not have made statements as if he was educated on the issue.
Okay. Ready to jump out of the chair?
Well, yeah. No. I mean, that is what happened. When he was making these campaign statements, he was a billionaire businessman that did not have all the years in Congress, years in the Senate, all the government experience and government information. He's now has his advisors, and he's met with other world leaders, and he's adapting to how they're reacting. Russia's acting a certain way, so his position on Russia is changing. China's being more accommodating than they were before, so his position on China changes.
So Republican or Democrat, why would that not be a good thing? He's got more information. He's changing his original mindset.
Well, I mean, let me first decode what my friend Evan said. Essentially what he's saying is that we have a president who comes from such a position of privilege that he has no idea about, these issues, no matter how big or small they are, to be able to grasp them. I mean, regardless, like China said, we need a president who's consistent and predictable. When you talk about the economy and the market that's in flux, it's because of the actions by this man.
I want to talk about the actions that the president took in Syria this week, retaliating against the airfield that launched that chemical weapons strike in northern Syria. Do any of you all think that that was a bad idea for the president to take that action?
Well, I think it was, first of all, cowardly, because that's
a strong word. Why do you say that?
Because 59 missiles, he makes the decision while he's eating chocolate cake, and it's into an empty airfield. So who are you bucking? Like, who are you saying, come get us, or we're going to come for you? So it was a move that was like, you're not affecting anything by jumping the 59 missiles, except people asking you, why did you drop these missiles? And then it's sort of, we used to say in school, wolfing. Like, you're doing things that will not necessarily have an impact, but to frighten people.
Well, I've got to play off that. What would, in your mind, have been an acceptable response, or no response?
Trump's response
to
Syria? Well, I think that we do need to have a conversation. I think Democrats and Republicans agree that what's happening in Syria is a travesty, similar to Rwanda, similar to South Africa. So there needs to be a humanitarian effort. I'm not so sure that war is the answer right now.
A multifaceted approach.
Correct.
What do you guys think?
Well, specifically the strike on the airfield, it was decided earlier in the day. It happened while he was eating cake, but the decision was made before that. And it was specifically done not to get as many casualties as possible, but to damage the airfield. It apparently took out 20% of all of their aircraft, the Syrian government's aircraft, and to show them that if you use chemical weapons, we will respond.
Real quick.
Yeah, again, let me help Evan out here. Cake or not, cake or not, the move was disingenuous. You can't go in talking about you want to retaliate against this gas attack on Syrian people, but then deny them entry into America as refugees, who need a safe haven from this place. So I mean, it's disingenuous all the way around.
No, the more important issue is actually getting it at its source, instead of just let's bring as many refugees as possible everywhere else. How about trying to eliminate the need for refugees in the first place?